Okay guys, this is Lee here. Working on the Christmas presents for a couple of the grandkids. I'm building a couple of them, some toy boxes. I had to go up at the old shed and I gathered up some more of the boards that I salvaged out of it, and I brought back pretty decent little pile of them. And I'm starting to mark them out. I'm gonna make them both the same, so I'm just doing one board and then using it as a pattern, cutting the rest of them just like that, and I'm going to sand it all down good because one side is a rough cut lumber. I'm gonna show a little bit of what I'm doing here, that way y'all can see what I'm doing to make these toy boxes. Okay, here's a pile of some of the lumber that I brought back here. Like I said, I've already cut both my ends for both the toy boxes, and I've cut the bottom board to go in the bottom. Okay, this is going to be my ends. They will stand up like this. That will be the bottom. I cut a little bit of a circle out of the bottom, and it will sit up this way against the wall. That will be one end, and this will be my bottom. I will get it all screwed in good right across there. And like I said, that there will be the bottom. And then I will take another one of these and stick over here and screw it in. And then I will put me some boards across the front in this manner. I'll put 3 of them. Do the same on the back. I will put trim all the way around the front of it. That will hold all 3 of the boards together. The other boards will be held together at the bottom with the bottom, but I will put trim all the way around the front, you know, make for cosmetics anyway. And then the back, I'll have them 3, but as you can see, I've got a flat spot at the top, which I will run a board across, and that will hold all 3 of my back boards together across the top, and the bottoms will be held together with the other, so there will not have to be any kind of inside boards to hold it all together that will take up any kind of room. And I will make a lid that will open from the bottom, that will raise up. So I'll cut it at a slant like that, so that the grandkids can actually reach over in there, and hopefully they don't get top heavy and fall in, because if they do, then they'll have to sit in there and scream and holler till their mom comes and gets them. Okay, I'm putting these toy boxes together. I forgot to film some, so I'm going to try do a little bit now. Here's one that's already been put together beside the lid. I had to put a little piece of a brace right here on the front. I'm gluing all the seams together as I'm going. Cut out things on the sides, made it to where it's got some leg, where it's got the slant here. I set my blade on my skill saw so that I could so that when the lid comes down, it'll come down flush on there. I'll round all that off. Got a piece going across the top. Get it all screwed in to the other boards. I've still got to go over it, sand it all down good, get any of the roughness off of these boards. I'm just about done with this here. I got one board left to put in. Okay, this is the 2 toy boxes. They're sitting there drying with the glue on them. And trying to get them finished up with glue. You see some that's been dripping out down there. I'll have to clean that up later off of my floor. Okay, I've been working on these toy boxes again. I've still got to build the lids for them. Here's one that I've been using a hand grinder with a charger pad on it, because it is a rough cut wood on one side, and that side that I had put out, and I just run over it just a little bit with that charger pad to smooth it out and give it a little bit of character and bring the natural wood color back out some. I don't try to get all of it off because I like to be able to see a little bit of the grain in it too. And once I polyurethane it, it pops everything out real good. I've rounded my corners off. A lot of these screws on the front side, I will take them out, pre-drill me some holes down through there, and use some of these just these finishing nails like this in there, so that you don't have them big screw heads. And then I'll mix some of my wood glue with some of the sawdust that I'm going to gather up out here off the ground, and just pop down in them holes right there, and then take a little piece of sandpaper and just rub over them, and you will never even know them holes was ever there. Other places that you won't be seeing, I will not worry about them, like on the back. If they're countersunk far enough, I'll just go over them like that, but I don't want to take a chance on some of these places where it's so close and split the wood out. Here's one that I have not even started on yet. You can see how rough that is. Whenever I'm done with it, it will be just as smooth looking as that one. This is the shelf that I'm building my granddaughter. There is a board underneath this shelf that I'm going to put some hooks on so that she can hang her ribbons off of that she wins at her beauty pageants, and the shelves for her baseball trophies. And I do have a top piece that I'm going to put on there that is going to go up in there like so, and then we're going to write her name across it, get that on there, and then run over it with a light sandpaper and do the same thing with a few of the nails to get rid of some of these screws on it so that you don't see the screws. Okay, I'm cutting out my lids for the toy boxes. I measured out the length of them, and then this top piece, I cut it at a 45-degree angle so that it'll match up whenever it closes. And the boards was wider, and so it wasn't going to match up evenly. So I took the two boards and I measured my length out, what they needed to be, and I placed one on top of the other one like this, and I got it measured out, and then I took and put a couple screws in close to one side and put a screw in down here, and then I measured the distance out to get right in the middle, made them line, and then I just took my skill saw and ripped it right down through the middle there, and then unscrewed the other little pieces and scrapped them. That way I know that both of my edges are going to line up and match up perfectly whenever I put me a couple little boards on the back to hold them together and glue it all together. That way I know that they're going to be, that seam is not going to be very visible. Brought in this one that I've got sanded. I've got me some little pieces, like I said, they're, I think they're 1.25 inches wide, 8 inches long. I cut the ends at 45 so that they just taper down and match up. Took me a drill bit, kind of drilled in just a little bit so that I can countersink my short screws that they're short enough they ain't gonna go through the other board. But I needed to get them where they're countersunk so that they would grab a hold of that too. I'm gonna glue it all together, and once I get that screwed together and glued together, I'll check the other side and make sure the boards are matching up, and you know there ain't no high spot where the seams meet, and if it is, I'll go over it real fast with the sander and smooth it all down to the same thickness, and then Teresa can clean the door up, wipe it down good, and paint one of the girls' names on it, and then I can get it polyurethane, get the box polyurethane, put the hinges and the handle on it, and I'll have one of them done. Okay, I'm starting the polyurethane on this here, on Jonna's shelf, my granddaughter's shelf. Got it upside down right now, trying to put the polyurethane under, on all the underside of it, and I'll let that dry some, and then I'll flip it over, and then I'll polyurethane the rest of it and let all that dry. And while it's drying, I will start polyurethaning on these toy boxes, and then I'll go back and do the whole process all over again. I've got a couple coats of polyurethane on this one. See her name up there, all the softballs in the background, since she's all in the softball. I'm probably gonna let this dry tonight and see how it does. I may have to put another coat on it tomorrow. I've got toy boxes, I've got a couple of coats on them. This here little girl, she's in the Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, and as you can see, it's getting shiny. Like I said, I'm probably going to wait and see what it turns out to be in the morning or tomorrow after I get off of work. I may have to put another little coat on it. This is another one. That little girl, she's into the mermaids and stuff, so she's gonna have one that has ocean stuff on it. Lid comes open. I think they'll like them. As soon as I actually finish them completely up and get her hooks underneath the bottom and their handles on, I will show you the complete finished product. Handles put on these toy boxes, and as you can see, they work pretty good. That's just little Miss Sunny's. And over here I got little Miss Zoe's. Got the handle put on it. Got it all polyurethane under here. Like I said, I'm just gonna clean the inside out, wash it down. And little Miss Jonna shelves. As you can see, I've got her some hooks under there so she can hang all her ribbons on. But they are done, other than just, like I said, a little touch up here and there and wiping them down, cleaning them up, but they'll be happy kids, guaranteed. Like, subscribe, we'll see y'all next time around.